I wanted to touch on is the opposite side of the spectrum. So you both present this position that we really need to focus on our education systems to nurture the social brain in kids as they're growing up, especially emotional attunement, fairness, and creativity. What are some ways that parents can think about this and how they could help augment what the education system is doing for their kids?
Virginia's right in the middle of this with her two children. I'm a little bit into it with my grandchildren. But go ahead, Virginia.
Well, I'm not an expert in the educational systems, but some of my very good friends are educators. So I've really learned from them about all the challenges in our education systems, just getting basic skills taught and met in, especially in our public education systems that are often struggling with budget shortfalls. And when there are shortfalls in the budget, the things that get cut are the classes and activities that are considered not essential. And those often are the things like the arts and sports and socio-emotional learning and all of the kind of extra stuff that isn't perceived to be as needed as reading, writing, and arithmetic. And Bruce referenced that earlier, that our whole society, beginning with our educational system, is really geared to the people who are good at math and reading and spelling and science. And the other forms of intelligence, such as the visual arts and music and dance and athletics, are very much overlooked. That all said, we can all do our best to give opportunities to our kids and kids in our communities, if possible, to have those other kinds of experiences, because sometimes people might have an astounding talent in one of those areas that really can shape their whole life that they might not even have discovered if they didn't have the opportunity to try different non-formally academic kinds of subjects.
With educators, I think sometimes we forget, and this is certainly true for me, that the ones that make the biggest difference in our lives are the ones that think about it, as you characterized, John, as mattering, the ones that can dig deep into our own feeling and think about who we are. And these are qualities that I cherish. I think of my own educational system and not often, but the occasional person who really could meet me where I was and who I was, and this is adults. This is what grandparents, I think, do really well. But I think this is, if Virginia and I could design an educational system, we would have the principle of, I love your phrase, mattering. That's what schools really need. It's thinking about how to give meaning to children and give them a sense of value. The other things are easy. Those are the easy skills to teach.
Well, the values are the things that stick with us through our life. And it was interesting. I was talking to Gary Vaynerchuk about this, and he recently had a book come out last year for kids. It's called Meet Me in the Middle. And the reason he did this is he was trying to reach younger kids to start teaching them core values that they need to be thinking about that the world is not giving them.
Nice.